This is The World Now, bringing you everything you need to know from around the globe. In Ukraine, at least 26 people were killed in an attack on the western city of Ternopil after Russia launched a large-scale barrage of drones and missiles across the country on Wednesday. Ukrainian officials say at least 3 children were among the dead, while 100 people were injured as 2 residential buildings in the city were struck in the attack. Authorities placed all of Ukraine under air raid alerts as explosions were reported in Ternopil and Lviv. The Energy Ministry reported emergency power outages in several regions. President Volodymyr Zelenskyy, who was in Türkiye for talks on ending the war, said Russia used more than 470 drones and 48 missiles in the assault and called for stronger air defense support from allies. The strike comes as Ukraine warned that Moscow has intensified daily attacks on civilian and energy infrastructure ahead of winter. The United Kingdom says that within the last few weeks, what it describes as Russian spy ship has used lasers to disrupt military pilots tracking its movements near UK waters. The UK says any interference with British pilots poses a direct security risk. Britain's Defense Secretary John Healey called the action, quote, deeply dangerous. He said the Royal Navy and RAF Poseidon aircraft were following the ship closely and warned that the UK has military options ready should the Yantar change course. The Yantar is part of Russia's Deep Sea Research Unit, which is suspected of underwater surveillance. The Russian embassy denies threatening UK interests. In New York, a Gustav Klimt portrait set a new record for modern art after being sold at Sotheby's for $236.4 million. The work, Portrait of Elizabeth Lauder, painted between 1914 and 1916, once helped its Jewish subjects survive during the Holocaust. Lauder used the artwork to support her claim that Klimt, who was not Jewish, was her father, allowing her to avoid capture by the Nazis. Sotheby's did not identify the buyer. The portrait came from the collection of Leonard A. Lauder, who died this year. In total, 5 Klimt pieces from his collection have sold for $392 million. 주지현, 아리랑뉴스.